As an introduction to Oracle database, okay, first of all, we learn about firstly about what is data. Okay, what is meant by data? Anyone? See, data is in not related to database only. In general, what do you mean by data? Data is data means it's a raw material. Okay, it's like a raw material. For suppose uh, if there is a person's details, okay, so what are the person details like your name is or your occupation, salary? These are all data. Okay, these are all data related to one person. Okay, so like this we have n number of data entities will be there, right? Lot of data will be there. Okay, for suppose if you check in your mobile, you will get a lot of data. Your messages or videos or any audios, everything is a data. Okay, that is a raw piece. Okay, that is a raw piece. Why I'm saying it is a raw piece? Okay, now for suppose person A has some details, that is the data. Some B has few more details, that is also a data. Okay, all these are data which is in unformatted way. Okay, which is in unformatted way, we don't know. Okay, as a person you know about yourself, but you don't know about the other person's data, right? Okay, so in database level, okay, in database level, all this data should be will be organized and maintained in a systematic manner. Okay, in a format. Those formats are called tables. Okay, those formats are called tables. So here the definition is like data is the raw material of the database. Okay, this information is very important. Why? Because what are the details we are storing, those are very important, right? You're saving your friends details, contact numbers and everything, those are very important, right? You're taking the backup to your Google account. Okay, why? Because those are very important. So that's what it's saying. The information that plays a very important role in the decision making process of the institutions using the database. In here, institutions means any kind. Okay, either it is a school, college, or offices. Okay, or government offices, or uh, your mobile phones or computers, whatever it may be. Okay, so formed is a result of correct, relevant, and timely processing of the data. Therefore, most of the databases are composed of data, and the data obtained from these databases also kept in the databases. Okay, not only uh, physically saving by you, you are collecting few of the audios from you're downloading few of the audios from Google. Okay, here Google you're seeing as a web application front end, but the actual data where you are retrieving from, okay, that is also a database, right? Google is maintaining a separate database engine. Okay, so what are the things we are trying to retrieve from the Google engine? By searching in the Google search bar, okay, it will point to the database, and from there it will collect the data and it will give to you. Okay, that is how the process will go. And data can be facts related to any object in the consideration. This means, okay, any here object in the sense anything, either a person or a thing or any like an item. For suppose uh, your house. Okay, this is one object. In house, what are the things will be there? Okay, these are all in with see here home is the single object, single entity. Inside home you have n number of objects like your TV or sofa or fridge, anything. All these are data which is related to one single entity called your home. Clear, right? You guys are clear, right?
Yes, bro.
What is data? Yeah, see here, for example, I have kept like a person's related data, like the name, age, height, weight, okay, everything. A picture, image, file, PDF, etc. can also be considered as data. Everything is a data. Okay. Data is represented with the help of characters such as alphabets, digits, characters, okay, anything. It will be represented with these things, okay. And now, what is information? Okay, data is okay. Data is a raw material. Simply, data is a raw material of any entity. Okay, here entity, or you can say a data is a raw material of any object. You can say like that. Okay, so now what is information? What do you mean by information? Information is nothing but the data which is stored in a huge database in unorganized format, but you don't know, okay, which entity has which data. Okay, like it will be in a club mode. Okay, all the data is in mix mode, but you don't know, you can't identify, okay, which data is related to which entity or which object, right? For that purpose, this information is the um, thing which is used to collect the exact data of particular object. Okay, you have a telephone directory, so telephone directory, you will get n number of numbers, but each number has an information like this number is belong to this person, this number is belong to this person, right? That is called information. Okay, the raw data which is organized in a format way, okay, is called information, right? In your mobile phone you have n number of data, I said, okay, raw data. If once think, if all data is in mixed mode, can you identify which message is related to which one? If you open your SMS okay, screen, okay, if it is in a mixed mode, can you tell which SMS is related to which one? You can't say, right? So for that purpose, it was
Yeah.
organized. Yeah, it was organized. Okay, it was organized in manner way. Okay, so the number here, the main entity is your number, right? Mobile number. Under that mobile number, that message is storing, right? So that you can easily identify whether it is a person's SMS, or whether it is a customer related SMS, or whether it is a any like video clip or any text message, okay, or any file, like that you will easily identify, right? So that is called information. See, information is organized or classified data which has some meaningful values for the receiver. Information is the processed data on which decisions and actions are based. See, here processed in the sense it is organized in specific manner. Okay, which data is related to which information, that is organized by giving the naming conventions to that particular data. Okay, for suppose for XYZ person is there, he sent some video clips. Okay, so it is organized with that person's name or person's number, or as it is for if it is a mobile phone, it will be taken considering the mobile number as if front in parent in what we call parent entity. Under that parent entity, what are the data is there, those all will be displayed. Either it is a text or video or audio, anything, image, okay, anything, that will the parent entity is that mobile number, so that you can easily identify, okay, this is my, yeah, this is XYZ's information, so this is the information he shared to me. Okay, so this is called information. That's all. So here, what is the advantage of generating the information means it is a timely accuracy and completeness, right? See, this all information is in a general, common, everyday we are seeing, right? Okay, so this is a very common thing and a very generic one. Okay, see, if information is not sorry, if data is not organized, so to identify the data which is related to which one, it will take time, right? So that is fixed by generating the information, that is fixed. Okay, and accuracy also is fixed. Okay, which data is related to which entity, it is simply saying information. Completeness and complete details information should be providing. Okay, available is there, so we can easily identify within seconds, right? That is information. Now we are going to database. What is database? So this each, I said, right, each entity has each data, and that data is organized, right? Like that. For in a database, how database will form, right? This collection of data. Okay, this collection of data will be grouped into one single big entity, or simply called one big place. Okay, for suppose if you take a godown or a warehouse. Okay, in warehouse, or suppose Amazon warehouse is there. Amazon warehouse, a number of parcels will be there, right? A number of products, parcels will be there. So what they will do in that warehouse, they will organize the those products. Okay, in different shelves. Okay, for suppose in Bangalore the warehouse is there, so from Bangalore they will separate the products. Like for suppose if it is going to Kerpuram, they will keep a separate shelf for Kerpuram parcels, and they will keep a separate for Banashankari, and they will keep separate for silk board, like that. Okay, they will divide. Okay, see, this collection of uh, products in the warehouse is called a database, right? Complete warehouse is called a database. Why? Because all the data in this, for example, here I am saying, right, the warehouse, the products in database level is called data. Okay, for understanding only. So this data is stored in one place, in a big huge place, is called a database. But the data is organized in a relational manner. Here, relational manner in the sense, each data is each data has a relation. Okay, for suppose KR I said, okay, Silkboard I said, and I said Banashankari. All these belongs to which entity? All these things are all these places are in Bangalore location only, right? So the warehouse is in Bangalore, right? So there is a relation, right? So that's why database is collection of relational data. Simply, okay. See, databases are used for storing, maintaining, and accessing any sort of data. Any sort of data in the sense, either it is a text or video or audio, anything. Okay, they collect information on people, places, or things. Okay, that information is gathered in one place so that it can be observed and analyzed, right? Databases can be thought of as organized collection of information. That's what as I said in the example, it's a warehouse and n number of products will be there. Those products will be analyzed. Okay, which product belongs to which area, they will analyze, and they will organize these things by separating the products, and they will maintain a information, that records will be maintained, right? So that they can easily identify which shell belongs to which one and what are the products in that shell. Okay, simply, database is a collection of relational data. That is the definition. Okay, what is a database? See here in the naming only there, data plus base. Okay, database is a collection of n number of data, and here types of databases will be there. Like it's a distributed, relational, object oriented, centralized, open source, cloud database, data warehouse, and OLTP, OLAP. See, these are our types of databases. Okay, we'll see each type. Like a distributed database is like one database will be distributed to, okay, a number of users. Okay, or in a organization. For suppose you're working on organization, okay, you're retrieving that organization's portal, okay. For suppose how I say, okay, see here, Infosys is the organization, okay. Infosys is maintaining for suppose five databases, right? Why? Because he is maintaining five databases. The Infosys is placed in five locations. So each location has a separate database. Okay. Those are all databases we can easily access. Okay. We can easily access. For suppose if you open the company's portal and if you see, okay, you can fetch the details of Bangalore locations. You can fetch the details of Mysore. You can fetch the details of Hyderabad. Okay, you can fetch the details of other places. How the data is see each place maintaining each database, right? How the data was we are viewing. That means that is a distributed data. Okay, the distributed data is centralized into one single database. That's why the data is distributed, and we are able to access each place data, and we are able to see. That is called distributed data. A distributed database is a type of database that has contributions from the common database and information captured by the local computers. Local computers in this sense, our laptops or our machines. Okay. In this type of database system, the data is not in one place. That's what I said, right? Different places data will be distributed and maintained in one common database. Okay. From there, this data is going to distribute, and we are able to access the data, and is distributed at various organizations. Clear, right? Distributed database. See, if anyone didn't understand, you can simply ask. Okay. 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 See, distributed database is nothing but um, for suppose, as I said, Infosys has five places. Okay, Infosys is located in five places. Each place it is maintaining data, right? Uh, Bangalore's information will be stored in one database, and Mysore's information is storing in one database. Okay, and for example, Hyderabad locations information is stored in one database. Okay, but we can't go each and every location database, and we can't access. That is a time taken, and it is hard, right? So what these people are doing? Okay, these people are maintaining one common database. Okay, and they are keeping their all information into one common database, and from that common database the data is distributing to a number of locations. Okay, see, you are in Bangalore location, you can access the Infosys portal and you can see any of the locations data. How it is happening? Why? Because the data is distributing. Okay, the database is distributed so that that data is accessible to everyone. Either the person from Bangalore can access the database of Hyderabad's information. Also, the Hyderabad guy, okay, can access the database of Bangalore and can see the data. This is called distributed database. That means the data is distributed. Clear, right? Okay, good. Everyone is clear, right?
Yes,
See,
clear.
this is just an information to know, okay? Only for our knowledge purpose, this information is given, okay? And in real time also, the database design is combination of all these, okay? Combination of all this. That is called Oracle database. That's why the Oracle database is more powerful than other databases. Next, relational data. Okay, relational database. Relational database in the sense, what are the raw data? Okay, it is coming and storing into the database. Those data will be maintained in a one singular format called tables. Okay, here what are the raw data is coming? That data is storing in tables in rows and columns. Okay, for suppose employee one information data is there, so that data will be stored in one table, in the format of rows and columns. Okay, so this is called relational data. And the other employee table, okay, other employees data also stored in another table. Okay, and these two tables have a relation also. Okay, why? Because user can access employee one table, and also can able to access the other table. Okay, that's why there is a relation between all the tables in that database. That is called relational database. See, this type of database defines database relationships in the form of tables. Okay, it is also called relational DBMS. Currently, our Oracle databases, MySQL databases, MS SQL database, all are relational databases, which is the most popular DBMS type in the market. Okay, database example for this RDMS systems is like MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL. These are all relational databases. That means the data which is storing in the tables has a relation. Okay, and object. This is clear, right? Relational database. Or do you want me to explain in brief? Good. So object oriented. Okay, object oriented in the sense. Now I said the data is storing in tables, right? Maybe here in Oracle terminology, we call the types as data types. Okay, for suppose types in the sense, either it is a text, either it is a video, either it is audio or uh, some graphical. Okay, these are all types, right? In common language, we called it as types. Okay, what are the types of SMS? Means we can say it's a text SMS, or it is a video, or it is a graphical, or it is a audio, right? So in the same way, in database level, in database terminology, we called it data types. Okay, like data types, I will tell you later in the classes. It will come. Okay, so all these things. Okay, database supports storage of all data types. That means videos, audios, text messages, or JPG. I mean images. Okay, or MMS, anything. All these to be supported by the database, right? Only it is if it is related to one single text messages, that is not possible. Okay, why? Because then the growth of the database will be become huge, right? That is also a danger part. So that database should be supported by all type of data, either that is a video or audio or text or MMS or graphical, anything, it should be supported. So that is called object oriented database. Why? Because each object has each type, right? As I said, okay, in home is an object. Inside that home, we have a number of objects. Okay, each data is also called an object. So those all maintained in a tabular format. So in that table, these data types, all data types should be accessible and supportable. Okay, either that is a video or audio or anything, it should be in the table. That is what we are saying. Suppose the storage of all data types. Okay, the data is stored in the form of objects. Okay, the objects to be held in database have attributes and methods that define what to do with the data. What to do with the data. Okay, here I said the information of an employee is storing in a organized format called tables. Okay, those tables will called objects here. Okay, in database level, those tables will called objects. That objects have some attributes and some methods will be there. Okay, to define what kind of data it is. Okay, in that object, what kind of data is stored in that object. Those all things will be explained in a systematic way. Okay. So this is called object oriented. Centralized database. Centralized database, as I said, here in the distributed database, all the data will be situated in one location, one database, and from there the data is distributing, right? So those kind of information, those kind of database are called centralized databases. Why? Because the database will be situated in one location. For suppose our Google, okay, Google is in a central, at one place the database are there, but the information is distributed, right? From every, in global wide, from everywhere they can access the Google and they can retrieve the data. Okay, but the data is located at one place. Warehouse cloud database, in the sense, the database is a virtualized. Okay, the database is a virtualized, which is not a physical one. It is a logical entity. Okay, as you know, nowadays everything is going to cloud. Cloud, in the sense, it is not a physical one. Okay, here the databases will be physical at one location, but here it is a virtual one. That is called cloud database. Open source, in the sense that database can be used by anyone. Okay, without license is called open source. With the limited services. Okay, with the limited services, this open source databases will be used for, suppose, for our lab sessions, for our learning purposes. The databases which we are downloading, those are all open sources. Okay, those are all not licensed versions. Only some standard versions we are downloading and we are working. Those are all called open source databases. Data warehouse is a different thing. Okay, why? Because the data warehouse, as I said, the Amazon warehouse, in the same way, the data warehouse. That means where the data is analyzed and organized. Okay, and data is storing. That is called data warehouse. See, is to facilitate a single version of truth for a company for decision making and forecasting. A data warehouse is an information system that contains historical data. Okay, historical data maintenance. Communicate data from single or multiple sources. Data warehouse concept simplifies the reporting and analysis process of the organization. For reporting purpose and for analyzing purpose, these data warehouse kind of databases will be used. In our real time, we have two kinds of databases we are maintaining. One is OLTP, the other is OLAP. OLTP means online transactional processing. Okay, which is a live databases where the live transactions happening. For example, our banking databases are there. Those databases are OLTP databases. Why I am saying OLTP? In the naming convention, it is there like online transactional process. That means the current, as of now, the time is 10:20. The banking operations will start, right? So the transactions which are happening right now, okay, that is online, right? That is on live. So that kind of information is maintaining, storing, and operating in a database. Those databases are called online database. If anything, those databases are called OLTP databases. If anything happen at this period, okay, at this period to the database, the live transactions will be failed. For suppose you're transferring some amount to your account. Okay, at that time the database is in down or it is crashed. What happened to your transaction? Will it process? No, right? It won't process. Why? Because the database is not available. How the data will be processed? The transaction will be failed. Those type of database are called OLTP. Okay, and in the same way, you are viewing the historical information of your account status, account statement. Okay, what are the transactions you are done in the last month or last year? From where it is getting? Those type of data is coming from the OLAP, that is called data warehouse. Okay, data warehouse databases. Those are called OLAP. Means online analytical process. Okay, online analytical process. Clear, right? That is OLTP and OLAP. These two terminologies is very important. Okay, in real time, these two type of databases we are maintaining, and this OLTP and OLAP are centralized, object-oriented, relational, and distributed data. Distributed database combination of centralized, object-oriented, relational database, and distributed database. Okay, that means the data is at one place, that is centralized, and inside the database the data has a relation. Each data has a relation. Okay, and that data is distributed to everyone. That data is distributed to everyone. Hope this is clear. Anyone has any doubts? Hello. See,
No,
this
bro.
is a general thing only. In our daily life, what we are doing, okay, that I am trying to explain in the database level. Okay, everyone has bank accounts, right? We have bank apps. Okay, nowadays we are simply uh, everything is managed from the mobile applications itself, right? We can easily access. See, everything. What are the things we are doing online? Okay, from where? For suppose you have stored some of your you have captured some of your videos and you are storing in where? In your mobile storage, right? So that is a database. Okay, that is called a database, so that you can easily access your data and you can view and you can edit, you can do anything. But coming to online thing like your banking, you're opening the application and you're giving your username, password, and you are accessing the banking uh, application. That means you are accessing the database. Okay, what are the data you are viewing? That is coming from database, right? Why? Because the data is stored in the database level. So simply from now you remember, if you log in and click anything to view the information, that is coming from the database. Okay, banking database it is coming. See, and see, I said OLTP. Okay, personal database is our uh, database called simply our laptops or desktops. See, this laptop also is a database. Why? Because you are storing your documents, okay, your videos, everything you are storing, right? So this is also a database. Okay, and multimedia databases is a kind of databases which is used for multimedia purposes. And NoSQL databases, that means I will tell you this one later. NoSQL databases, further it will come. And documented hierarchical network DBMS. Okay, network DBMS is completely related to network purpose. That means uh, it will be separated. Okay, it will be separated like what we say in real time. Okay, for suppose you are working in an Infosys. Okay, Infosys has given you one laptop. Okay, from that laptop you are accessing the client database. Okay, or you are accessing the client desktop. So from Infosys laptop to you are accessing the client desktop. That connection is called network. Through network only you can, if network is not there, how you can able to access anything? You can't even access the Google also, right? So that between the connection is called network. Okay, so how we are going to connect to the client machine? Like, we are using RDMS, remote desktops. Okay, remote desktop machines we are using. That is a third party tool. Okay, that kind of tool is also a database, that is called network database. For suppose, see, this is my virtual machine. Okay, this is a virtual machine, this is a tool, but this is also a database, right? Okay, where the information everything is coming from, it is also coming from a database. So I am using this tool and I am connecting to my Oracle machine. Okay, see, I am connecting to my Oracle machine. This is a client machine, and my physical laptop, this is my company laptop from where I'm accessing the client machine using this VMware. How I am accessing? Through network. Now it is not a network. Why? Because personally, right? So for this one, not related. But coming to real time, if you want to access any client's application, okay, most of the people are working, right? Maybe you all know what is RDA, RDPs, okay, what is client missions. So hope this one is clear to everyone.
Yes, bro, clear.
Yeah. So see, I'm stressing this OLTP. As I said, OLTP is online transactional processing. Okay, online transaction processing, shortly known as OLTP, supports transaction-oriented applications in a three-tier architecture. This is a database architecture. Okay, OLTP administers day-to-day transactions of an organization. Every day, some transactions will be happen. Those kind of uh, transactions will be, okay, processed, maintained, and organized in a database called OLTP database. Okay, OLTP administered day-to-day transactions of an organization. The primary objective is data processing and not data analysis, only the data processing. Okay, what are the, for suppose today in banking system, lot of users will update their data, or they will deposit their amount, okay, or they will withdraw. Okay, all these are online transactions. Either it is a physical way or it is a online way. That is a current day operation. So that is the latest transaction. Okay, either that is a deposit transaction or withdrawal transaction, it is called as a transaction. Okay, that live transaction is called, will be stored in the OLTP. Example, see, an example OLTP system is ATM center. Here it is pointing. Assume that a couple has a joint account with a bank. One day both simultaneously reach different ATM centers at precisely the same time and want to withdraw total amount present in their bank account. See the situation. If you and your brother has the same joint account and you two people are going to two different ATMs and trying to fetch the data, here the common is the account. Account is the database. You have 10,000 rupees in your account, but you have, for that account, two users can access that account, right? That is called joint account. Okay, however, the person that complete authentication process first will be able to get the money. Okay, for before, here authentication process is this is your password, sorry, here it is a ATM, right? Your pin number, right? That is the authentication to access your account. Without pin number you can't access your account, right? That is what. So authentication process first, who will be accessible, okay, that person will get the money. In this case, OLTP system makes sure that withdrawn amount will be never more than the amount present in the bank. Okay, in your bank, you have 10,000 rupees only. If you try to withdraw 20,000, will it come? No, right? That is what he's saying. That is what. The time when you see, uh, your brother was authenticated first and he removed all the amount. Okay. Now the second you have authenticated, but you can't able to pull the amount. Why? Because there is nothing. See how fast it was updated. That is called online transaction. Okay. The minute you have deposited, at the minute you have updated the, I mean, withdraw the amount from the account, okay, it will be updated. That is called online transactions. Okay. The key to note here is the OLTP systems are optimized for transactional superiority instead data analysis. Other examples: online banking, online airline ticket, sending a text message, order entry, okay, and add a booking at the cart, okay, whatever it may be. The live, if you are going to the Amazon app and you are seeing the product and the product information, if you observe or not, it will say that how many products are available also, it will say, right? For suppose you are buying one shoe, okay, you're going to that size of the shoe and it will say four left or three left, like that it will show. Okay, for suppose one is left. Okay, if you won't do the transaction okay, if you won't book the that shoe at the time, okay, someone will be able to access that one and someone will be to order that one at that time. What, you can't able to process that one. Okay, you can't able to book that one, so you will get a message like, sorry for the inconvenience, this item is out of order, like that it will show, right? How it is going, which database it is accessing, OLTP database. Okay, and the information which you are viewing, right, for suppose I have said you are going to the 9 number and it is showing like 4 left, 3 left. Okay, that is coming from data analytical databases. Okay, analytical databases. Why? Because it is coming from the storage. In storage, how many pieces were left? 4 left, 3 left, 2 left. Okay, that information is coming from OLAP kind of databases. And here is the benefits, like it administers daily transactions of an organization. OLTP widens the customer base of an organization by simplifying individual process. Okay, and the drawback is, as I said, see, while accessing your bank account, okay, at that time for some reasons the database is in shutdown mode or the database is crashed, you won't get that any information. Okay, right? You can't able to access the database and you won't get the information. That is the drawback. OLTP systems allow multiple users to access and change the same data at same time, which many times created a unprecedented situation. Okay, this is what anyone, for joint account, your brother can update the uh, data in your account, and you can also update at the same time. At the same time, you can do that one within fraction of seconds gap. These two things will be updated. For suppose your brother is updating like the name of the account is changing, and at the same time you are doing one transaction. Okay, these two things will be done simultaneously without any interruptions. But okay, those two kinds are two different entities, so it will be available. But as I said in the ATM center example, okay, you and your brother are going to withdraw the amount. Okay, at the same time, who will be accessible authentic, who will pass the authentication first, and they can able to access the account, they can able to pull out the amount from your account, right? So that situation is also a drawback. Coming to OLAP, see, online analytical processing. Okay, a category of software tools which provide analysis of data for business decisions. This OLTP will be used using different tools. Okay, for suppose I said Amazon warehouse. Okay, so manually, if you're going each and every item, and if you're each and every item and to want to identify, it will be hard. That's why they are organized in these cells. Okay, they divide these cells into different places, and they put those products into the cells, so they can easily access the locations parcels, and they can give it to the delivery boy, and they can easily do the service, right? Okay, in database level, these OLAP will be maintained with different tools to organize the data, to analyze the data, and to organize the data. That is what it's saying. A category of software tools which provide analysis of data for business decisions. OLTP systems allow users to analyze database information from multiple database systems at one time. Here the distributed and centralized database type will come. Okay, why? Because the data is coming from a number of locations, but it will be analyzed and keep it in an organized manner. Okay, that is OLTP. The primary objective is data analysis and not data processing. Only the analysis part, and it will organized, and it will keep it in an organized way. Any data warehouse system is an OLAP system. Use OLAP as follows. A company might compare their mobile phone sales in September with sales in October. Why? Because OLAP will maintain the historical data. As I said, okay, your banking system is OLTP and OLAP. Why? Because the online transactions which you are currently doing, okay, those kind of transactions will be handled by OLAP. And what are the information you're trying to retrieve historically, like for suppose the spending report you want to generate, okay, from last month. So that information also will be retrieved from that application, right? So that sorry, that information is coming from OLAP database. That is what he is saying. With sales in October, then compare those results with another location which may be stored in separate database. That is OLAP. Amazon analyzes purchases by its customer to come up with a personalized homepage with products which likely interest to their customers. See, here you if you want to check what are the orders you have placed in the past, you can able to see, right? So that kind of information where it is processing in the OLAP databases. But live at present, what are the transactions you are trying to do? Those kind of information will be stored in OLTP. Okay, simply said, historical data is OLAP databases. Current, okay, current processing is called OLTP process, OLTP databases. That is what. And here benefits is like OLAP creates a single platform for all type of business analytics needs, which includes planning, budgeting, forecasting, and analysis. The main benefit is consistency of information and calculations. Okay, so you can access the historical data and you compare. Okay, for suppose if mobile services, a mobile company is there, so the mobile company can easily access the old data and compare with the current data, and they can analyze those things, and they can improve those sales. Okay, for that reporting purpose, these OLAP databases are used. Easily apply security restrictions on users and objects to comply with the regulations and protect sensitivity data. Okay. Drawbacks of OLAP: implementation and maintenance are dependent on IT professional because traditional OLAP tools require a complicated modeling procedures. Okay. So for doing these things, okay, an employee is required, and tools are required. Might be those are latest tools or traditional tools, in the sense old tools. Okay, they can use these old tools, and each tool has different model, different architecture. So might be the retrieval process will be slow. That is a drawback. Okay, OLAP tools need cooperation between people and various departments to effective, which might always not possible. And it will be what it means, those tools will be licensed one or open source one. Okay, that tools will belongs to different company. Okay, if anything happens to those tools, okay, so who will come into picture? The product who designed and developed, those people. For suppose our sim cards are there. Okay, we are using that sim card tools, and we are using we are making calls, okay, we are texting messages and everything. If that SIM card is not accessible, where we will go? We'll go for the SIM card stores here, and we will do these things. Okay, so those kind also will be processing late. Why? Because by connecting to the customer care, you can't replace the SIM card. For that one, you have to go to your store. If it is in Airtel, you have to go visit the Airtel store and you have to explain the things, and then you have to troubleshoot yourself, and you will get a new SIM card, and then it will be accessible, right? So such kind of delay will be there. So that's why that is also a drawback, and this is the difference. Okay, simply read these things. That is enough. These are all kind of, see, each module OLTP has OLTP and OLAP differences will be there. You simply read these things. Here coming to, we have uh, discussed about data information database. But what is database management system? Okay, DBMS stands for database management system. That means all the databases will be managed. Okay, that is called database management system. C is a collection of programs. The database management system automatically are using some tools or some commands. We are managing the database. For suppose we have a database engine. Okay, database we have. For simpler way, I'm saying, if your laptop is there, your personal laptop, in that hard disk is there, right? Okay, that is considered as a database. You're trying to maintain the data, you're trying to store the data in that hard disk. For that purpose, what we are doing, we are partitioning the hard disk into different way. Depends upon the size you are partitioning. For suppose 1 terabyte of the hard disk is there, so uh, as a 10 GB of size, you can maintain 10 hard disks. I mean 10 disks. You can partition the hard disk into 10 disks, and you are maintaining each data. For suppose your family and personal data you are storing in one disk, your professional data is storing in another disk. Okay, like this is the managing. Okay, the database you are managing, right? You're generating folders inside the disk and organizing the data in different folders. Okay, and you're maintaining. Okay, these kind of things what we called management. Okay, the hard disk is managed by you by partitioning, or you can storing the data in separate manner. Okay, this is called database management. Is a collection of program, but in real time we are managing the data using number of programs. Okay, so collection of programs that enables its users to access database, manipulate data. The data can be manipulated, that means edited or removed, anything. For reporting purpose, we are maintaining the database and represent the data. It also helps to control access to the database. Okay, database management system are not a new concept, and such had been first implemented in 1960s. See, the most popular database management systems in real world are like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Sybase, DB2, FileMaker, okay, MS Access, everything. This is also database. Even a Excel sheet is also a database. Okay, but here the most popular database is Oracle. The most popular is Oracle. We will discuss tomorrow about Oracle database and release versions and some history about that one. Okay, and the database versions we will discuss, and what kind of database access long ways. That means what kind of programmings. Okay, we are using to retrieve the information that we will discuss. Okay, all these things we will discuss tomorrow. So we'll wind up for today itself. It's already quarter to 11.